universe. My name is Spooky Ren.
And I'm Spooky Sam.
And this is 2FT.
Stands for two spooky friends talking.
And not two spooky feet. We are so excited to be here with our... I've got Witch's Brew.
And I've got Bat Wing Tonic Elixir.
And today we will be spilling the Witch's Brew and Bat Wing Tonic Elixir on what the best and worst Halloween traditions are, because spooky season is what? Upon us.
We love spooky season.
It comes with so much magic and spook.
I've always loved spooky season. Ren claims to love spooky season, but every time I wanted to do a costume with her, she was not very good at it.
I love everything about spooky season except putting any amount of effort into my costume. So here I am with a hat from the dollar store, and we're good to go.
Yes. I am a scientist.
She is.
So we will be using scientific tables to discover what the best Halloween activity, thing, whatever, we're really good with nouns, is to do during Halloween. I'm sure you've heard of a good old tier list. We're just gonna, put our own
spooky twist.
Yeah, a spin on a tier list, and the spin is that it's gonna look exactly the same.
But it's us doing it.
Yes, that's the spin. Join us on this spooky excursion.
If you're feeling like turning this into a game, little shot of pumpkin juice whenever we say the word spooky. Spooky, 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 spooky.
Okay, so let's go grab a bag and we'll get going.
Okay. Okay, that was good. All right, so Sam had to go, so now I've got a new co-host. This is Roger the Pumpkin Bag. That is definitely a pumpkin bag. Nothing suspicious here at all.
It's a suspicious Sam.
We played our first trick-or-treat on you. Our first trick. Inside Roger the Pumpkin Bag, there are many items of spooky Halloween fare, so we shall be evaluating them.
Yes.
And here are the tiers. So we've got 5 of them, yes?
Yes. Oui.
If it is the best thing that we have ever seen, it is super spooky, full Halloween fun times.
Next up, we have an October Essential. So, pretty good, not the best.
Neutral is an acceptable level of spook. If someone said you couldn't do this again, we'd be like, okay.
And next up, we have, just kind of a bad time. Just not great.
And then last up, if it is the worst Halloween thing that we could possibly think of, then it deserves to be haunted, but not in a fun way.
Yeah, those fun hauntings?
Yeah.
Imagine not that.
Yeah, so just imagine like the worst hauntings. Okay, let's get started.
Let's go. Okay, do you want to take something out of the Ouija pumpkin bag?
Yes.
Put your hand on in.
Thanks, Raj. Pumpkin spice lattes!
That's very October.
Opinions on pumpkin spice lattes. I had my first pumpkin spiced something last weekend. It was this pumpkin spice cold brew. And it tasted very little like pumpkin in my opinion.
It's supposed to taste like the spices that go with pumpkin-based things, I think.
So like nutmeg?
Actually, but I was thinking about it. I once saw somebody put pumpkin in it. My relationship with pumpkin spice lattes are that they don't taste good in my opinion. I don't think it's god tier. Like, I'm pretty, like...
It is not god tier.
No.
People can drink pumpkin spice lattes who hate Halloween.
Yeah. And I also feel like the hype around it should be amazing. If you're gonna hype it up that much. It just tastes like sweet. Well, I think we should come up with a collective.
A collective
Like, this
rating.
is a 2FT rating.
Yeah.
Not a Sam and Ren.
No.
2FT.
This is the 2FT comprehensive rating of all Halloween items.
Yeah. I would make it kind of a bad time.
It is kind of a
I would
bad
make
time.
it kind of a bad time.
I'm gonna put it at kind of a bad time with you in solidarity.
Sorry, guys.
Sorry if you disagree with this. Pumpkin spice lattes, kind of a bad time.
Okay, Roger. Time for your brainonomy. Okay. Oh, dressing your pet up. So I don't have any experience with this.
Do you like it when other people dress their pets up though?
I feel like personally it seems like it could be a hard time to get the pet into the costume. And also, does the pet enjoy it?
Yeah, that's kind of where I fall too. I love seeing like one of the small dogs dressed up like, you know, the little delivery people, and they've got the little the things in front of them. I think it's a very like influencer thing to do. I don't think people dress up their pets until you could publicly share those pictures with the world.
Yeah.
The only acceptable costumes would be dressing your dog up like a hot dog. Classic.
A nice little hat.
A little hat on, you know, little bat ears or like little bat
double
wings.
tail.
Yeah, like something like that. Not
Cerberus. I think it's an acceptable level of spook.
It's an acceptable level of spook. If you like to do it, do it. Go for it.
As long as your pet doesn't hate it.
Yeah, it's got to be, you know, enjoyed by all parties involved.
PSA.
What's next?
Roger.
Ouija board / summoning a demon.
Oh.
This is, in my opinion, Ouija boards, love. Love them. I don't fully understand them. I think they're great. I would say this is an October essential.
Yeah, I mean, I would never. I just don't want to. It seems too spooky for me. It always seems like there has to be one person who's like the prankster of the group. But like, what if you don't have one of those?
Yeah, like what if everyone is very much taking it seriously?
Yeah.
Every time that I've done it, I've always been like, you know, it's always random letters like D, T, F. You know, it doesn't make a word. It doesn't mean anything.
It doesn't mean anything to me. A ghost. DTF.
What is what's the old movie where what's her face?
Ghost?
Yeah, what's it? There's a pottery wheel involved.
Ghost.
Ghost. It's called Ghost?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, I'm gonna rate Ouija board.
I'm rating it an October
I would
essential.
say, yeah, an October essential.
It's gotta be.
Yeah.
Good.
Because it is spooky. It is spooky.
It is spooky. I don't know if there's any, like, has anyone actually summoned a demon? If you have, let us know in the comments. Roger, what do you have for us?
Oh, so go to a corn maze.
Ooh, okay. Again, I feel like this is one of those things that's a fall activity, but not necessarily a Halloween activity.
I would not say that.
Okay.
I went to a haunted corn maze once.
A haunted corn maze, that's a different thing.
I just think that there is so much spookiness surrounding corn. Crop circles, cows flying in the sky, happens in corn. Haunted corn mazes, scarecrows are in corn.
Yeah.
I personally think that corn mazes are pretty spooky.
You're right. I didn't even think of it that way. That's a very good point. You know, getting lost, that is a scary feeling. And if there was like someone in a corn maze chasing you, oh my god.
Awful.
I would die.
Yeah.
I would just like lie down and just wait for my own demise.
I went to a corn maze once and they had a sign that said every Wednesday we conduct search and rescue missions. I don't know if they were doing it for like spooks.
The spooks?
Yeah, or if it was like actually
You wouldn't want to
true.
find out.
No,
Yeah.
I wouldn't purposefully
Oh
get
my God.
lost.
Okay, so you've opened my eyes into the reality of corn mazes. I'm gonna say that it is an acceptable level of spook.
I'm leaning more towards like an October essential.
Okay. To be fair, I have always gone to a corn maze every year of my adult life, so maybe it is an October essential. Okay. All right. I'm gonna go with you. We'll say corn mazes.
An October essential.
Woohoo!
Yeah, okay.
Great. Next, my turn. Spooky cocktails. Wee! What is a spooky cocktail? Like, what would...
We tried one once. Do you remember I think it was second year, we made those zombie brains.
Oh, those were terrible.
Yeah, those are really gross.
I'm not much of a drinker, but if I do drink cocktails. And
Yeah.
I never get a specialty cocktail because I feel like there's a reason they only serve it for a month out of the year.
Yeah, I just think that it's not worth the effort.
Or the money.
Yeah. I do think that adding liquid nitrogen to any drink immediately makes it look spooky.
Yeah. Okay, so don't try and make the flavor spooky. Just take a tried and true classic, put it in a skull goblet, and add some dry ice.
Yeah.
Boom.
You know what else you could do? I don't like it, but it is stuff that people put in tonic water. And then like you have black lights underneath. Because tonic water lights up in the dark.
Really?
Yeah, using UV. And then have liquid nitrogen coming out. Dark room.
Okay, someone try this, please. Scientist, go! Go! I think if it's really well done, then I would say S. But if it's really poorly done, I would say that it deserves to be haunted.
Yeah.
So I feel like because it's such a wide range, we should just average it out with a good, acceptable level of spook.
Yeah.
Good job.
I would like someone to make me some. but I would not want to do the making.
I don't want to make them for my friends. They don't deserve it.
They do. They do.
They do. If you're watching this, friends, you deserve it. I'll make you one.
Wait, I pick now.
Roger!
Spooky sharing. Okay, candy corn. Okay, your opinions on candy corn.
Hate candy corn. Candy corn, despise. Loathe, hate.
So I absolutely love candy corn. I love it for 2 reasons. 1, delicious.
No.
2, I can eat it in a fun way. You eat the white, you eat the yellow, you eat the orange. A bite, bite, bite. Fun, fun, fun.
So you would rank it S tier.
I don't think I would have called it like super spooks. The only thing is that when candy corn, like when you have it for too long in the air, it really does get hard. That's not really fun. I'm willing to see that you hate it a lot. So I guess it's kind of a bad time.
We're gonna average it out to kind of a bad time.
That's really sad.
I would really like to have it haunted and not in a fun way.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm not going
Okay.
down that low.
All right, I'll step it up. We'll say it's kind of a bad time if it's the only thing to eat and you don't like it. Who's this? Oh, I have 2.
You have 29.
Telling spooky stories.
Spooky stories.
Set the backdrop. Where are we telling spooky stories?
Around a campfire.
Okay.
Or in your Halloween blanket fort. Like
Yeah.
either during a sleepover or a bonfire.
Okay. Best spooky story. It's weird because it seems like it's a cultural phenomenon that everyone read this story independently and then no one talked about it to each other. And it's the one with the neck ribbon.
Yeah.
And it's the girl who grew up and she had the blue ribbon around her neck and then at the end of her life she like took it off and her head rolled away.
Yeah. And everybody was like, why do you wear that?
Best. That's gotta be on October Essential.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still wouldn't say that it's God tier.
It's not. We have
super
not come
spooks.
any God tier yet. I'm
No.
really sad.
Maybe we don't like Halloween.
Do we not love stuff enough? I'm concerned.
Spooky bag.
Spooky bag, what does Raja have to say?
Carving a pumpkin.
Carving a pumpkin,
Oh.
S tier. I understand that some people are like, oh, it's gross.
It is gross.
Like, it makes your hand feel gross, but the sense of accomplishment of carving a pumpkin and saying, like, this is my art.
Just wash your hands.
Yeah.
This is a tangent, but I don't understand when people are like, ew, this feels really gross. Just wash your hands after.
If your hands stay dirty for the rest of your life after doing something, I would understand, but these are cleanable. So-
Especially now.
Especially
like
right
you're
now.
already washing your hands, just shove it in a pumpkin first.
Exactly. Well, the other thing too that people don't consider, is the added benefits, the auxiliary benefits to carving a pumpkin. You get pumpkin seeds,
Yeah.
that you can then roast. It's like you can flex on your friends by having better art than them.
Yeah.
You can have a decoration, and then that's it.
It's also just like a time to do something.
Yes.
Carving pumpkins, super spooky, full Halloween fun times.
Well, yeah, we got our first one on the board. Yay! We've got next. Halloween parties. Not in this economy. Not this year. No, ma'am. I love a Halloween party where people put in the goddamn effort. Like any Halloween party that you see on TV shows where there's like, it's all out. There's different lights. There's a lot of decorations. You know, there's themed cocktails. Everyone's dressed up and decked out.
So what you're saying is that none of the parties we've ever had are fantastic.
We were working on a budget.
We did use the same decorations we always had that we stole from first year from our res.
Yeah. We always have like a nice game. Everyone dresses, you know.
People dress up. We all
It's a
dress
good
up.
time.
We all dress up like very smartly where we take our pictures for half the time and then we take them off.
Pretty much just like people clothes, but with like a hat or fun, like a fun accessory.
I am kind of leaning towards Halloween parties being super spooky, full Halloween fun time.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, especially now that we're like older, if we don't have a Halloween party, then we can't really be celebrating.
There's no Halloween. Yeah.
The thing is, it doesn't say anywhere there how intense the Halloween party is.
If there's candy and activity
And costumes.
and costumes, it's a Halloween party.
Yeah.
And every single time I have a great time.
Yeah. So, I mean, as long as you are okay with our lenient definition of what a Halloween party is, then I'm going to say that it's super spooky,
full Halloween fun times.
Spooky? People who don't dress up or dress up as themselves. Ew.
Okay, so here's the thing. I love everything about spooky season, everything about Halloween, but I am notoriously not great at getting dressed up. I never go to a Halloween party not dressed up. I never go to a Halloween party and say, oh, I'm dressed as Ren.
So, I mean, just get a pair of glasses.
Just get a nice shiny witch's hat and wear black, and then you're a witch.
Yeah. Like, as long as the rest of you is convincing, it can be low effort.
Yeah. People who come and think they're being clever by being like, oh, I'm dressed up as myself.
Yeah. That I would not. I've never had to deal with anybody like that. But no.
They are not allowed in our sphere of friends.
I'm gonna say that this is bottom tier.
This deserves to be haunted and not in a
You
good
suck.
way.
Well, because the thing for this isn't people who don't enjoy Halloween. Because people who don't enjoy Halloween
Don't go out.
to a Halloween party.
Yeah. People who don't dress up but go to a Halloween party or dress up as themselves for Halloween deserves to be haunted.
Yes, I agree.
And not in a fun way.
Yeah.
Great.
Boop.
This has been a warning, by the way.
Apparently we hate those people.
Bob for apples. That sounds like you're voting. Like
Bob for apples.
I think it's bobbing for apples. Bob for apples.
Bob for apples.
That's like a command. That's Bob for apples. Bobbing for apples I've never done.
Me neither. But it seems like a thing that people like I kind of assume is for Halloween.
I don't know what it is. I know that it is associated with Halloween, but I don't know anything about it.
I don't like the idea of drowning.
Like,
For the sake of an apple?
do apples float? I just want to know what the association is with
apples.
with like that and Halloween.
I could see apples because it's fall, and apples grow
Okay,
in the fall. So,
sure.
like, apple picking is a thing that people do.
Okay.
But I guess that they wanted to also experience wet hair.
I've never even seen a Bob for apples basin. Is it in a bathtub? Is it in a
I'm
bowl?
pretty sure it's like a wooden
in a
bucket.
tub? I don't know anything about it. I think it sounds like kind of a bad time.
Yeah. Bob, sorry you didn't win this year. Qu'est-ce que c'est?
We've only got a few left.
Ooh, buying Halloween candy after Halloween. I've got a really big opinion about this.
Okay, go for it.
God tier.
Nothing makes you feel like you're like breaking the system, like you're like tricking the man more than buying Halloween candy after Halloween.
I mean, like, it's probably a trick, but I really feel like I've won.
I mean, would I say that it's, super spooky full Halloween fun times? No, but I would say that it's an October essential, although technically it's a November essential. Since you dropped your candy corn opinion down, I will raise my buying Halloween candy on November 1st opinion up for you. In that case, we've got another super spooky full Halloween fun times. Tricking the government. POV, you are the government and we're tricking you.
The treat for the government is our tax money. The trick is us getting candy for $5.
Create a candy wreath?
Have you ever heard of this?
No.
I saw this online.
I've at least heard of bobbing for apples. Who makes a candy wreath?
So much effort for no reason.
What? Okay, but is it a way to present candy? Like you have a candy wreath and people pick from it?
Or is it just like...
Or is it just like you had candy and you decided you had also had a glue gun? I hate this idea.
I don't know much about wreaths, but to me, when I think of one, it's very Christmas.
I could think of not 1,000. I can think of other things I'd rather make a wreath out of that are more spooky. If I said to you, I'm gonna go make a candy wreath, your follow-up would not be, yes, for Halloween. Your follow-up would immediately just be, why? This deserves to be haunted.
Deserves to. Yeah, if you've ever made one,
Why?
I hope you're haunted. So this one is a plug-in outlet couple costume. How do you feel about that?
You know what? We haven't had a lot of strong opinions. This is 2 in a row. This also deserves to be haunted.
I do think it
and not
does.
in a good way. Why? Pretty much any couple's costume I find very difficult to stomach, but I love a clever one, and this is not.
It's just kind of like, I don't know,
Cringy? Upsetting?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of not great.
It's creepy and upsetting and not in a spooky way, but more in like a...
There are so many, like, better couple costumes.
Yeah.
Wanda and Cosmo.
Yeah.
Barnacle Boy and Mermaid Man.
Barnacle Boy, Mermaid Man, Scarecrow and Crow,
Aang and Katara.
Aang and Katara,
Any.
Zuko and Sokka.
Literally, even just 2 different M&Ms are better than plug-in outlet.
Green M&M, yellow M&M.
Yeah.
They've got chemistry. Don't tell me they don't. Don't tell me they don't. The problem is everyone that does it thinks that they're the first person who's invented.
It's, like, so funny.
Yeah, and I don't like that.
I don't like that.
Stop.
Straight up, it's awful.
Straight up deserves to be haunted.
You
Yeah.
suck!
And not in a good way. Butterscotch as a trick-or-treat candy. I always liked getting butterscotch. It was not my favorite. I liked them because my mom let me have them in like the middle of the day. Like she didn't really consider them a candy. Candy in the middle of the day, like it was just sweet enough to make me happy.
I also like the taste of butterscotch.
You know what we want when we go trick-or-treating. Why are you giving us butterscotch?
Nobody wants an apple.
No one wants an apple.
Nobody wants a toothbrush.
No one wants a toothbrush.
Everybody wants full-size candy bars. Everybody wants full packs of candy. Chips, big chips.
Yeah, big chips.
And Archie comics.
That's your own thing, man.
I think that butterscotch kind of gets bad rep. Because people really think that it's the grandma candy. So they kind of get away from it.
It kind of is a grandma candy. It is a grandma candy. But that doesn't mean it's a bad candy.
Yeah, people still eat mints, and mints are grandma candy too.
True.
Ask your grandma.
Ask your grandma if mints are right for you. So butterscotch as a trick-or-treat candy,
I would say,
is an acceptable level of spook.
Yeah. Okay, so now I think this is the last one. Oh, watching movies in the moonlight.
Did it say in the moonlight?
No.
Oh.
But I said it.
Scary movies or spooky movies? Because there is a slight difference. Halloween Town, spooky movie.
Yeah.
Scary movies are
Friday the 13th.
Friday the 13th.
Final Destination.
Final Destination. Or Scream or Saw or
Final Destination
Chucky
2.
or Final Destination 3.
Bride of Chucky.
Too Fast, Too Furious.
Captain America.
Let's just say that
it's just
this note encompasses both.
Yeah.
This really is a tradition for us personally.
Yeah.
So. What is the best one that we've seen? Crimson Peak.
Amazing.
Really surprisingly creepy.
I don't like jump scares because it really actually makes me have a heart attack every time.
Yeah.
But just something about it, like there was enough scary stuff, there was enough spooky stuff, and also Tom Hiddleston was in it.
Addams Family, the movie, like the black and white one, not the animated one that came out like last year.
Well, we went to watch that one as well.
We did go and see it.
I would say that this is super spooky, full Halloween fun times. Hope you agree.
No questions.
Voila!
Voila! We've done it. That is all of Halloween, ranked using the 2FT scientific model.
Yes.
Drum roll, please. This.
The official 2FT tier list for spooky season. The results show that you need more spook in your system.
And my witchy intuition tells me that you'll get it.
We hope that you didn't disagree with our list too much.
If you did, don't tell us.
But if you haven't yet, go and press that subscribe button. If you like this, which you should, press that like button. And if you have comments, which you do,
Of course.
leave them below. We hope you like this video, and I guess that we'll see them in the next one.
Yes, we will.
Okay.
All right, until then, spooky
2F Toodles. Because I am Roger, the pumpkin bag.
And those aren't watermelons.
Yay! So I'll have that blood.
Real pumpkin juice, not pumpkin juice, you know?
Spooky! This was Martha Stewart approved. Thank you.